Vlog number 5. I'd just like to point out that we sent Ellen out and then just started right away again. We are not wearing the same clothes, sitting in the exact same spots. I feel like that's an important thing to tell people. Showers are limited, but not quite that limited.
That's true.
So we haven't vlogged in a while because we left Zanzibar, went to Dar es Salaam, and it was kind of just like a whirlwind. Like, went to Dar, and we do everything together as a group, so we're always, like, there's always 20-some people around, and, like, I kind of have my girl group, Drew kind of has his guy group, so, like, for us to get together and, like, vlog is always, like, we should do it tonight, and then we end up doing something else, or whatever. So, anyways, we went to Dar, woke up super early, drove to Morogoro, got to Morogoro, and we kind of hit the ground running, I would say. I don't know how much we want to talk about, like, our sessions and stuff.
We just had training yesterday. We talked about how this, I guess, just what conduct is when we're going to be here, the schools we're going to go to, who our partners were with that, who you guys will meet later.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, and that whole thing, and then talked about today. We went into schools, and then after we talked about how our conferences will be run on Saturday.
Yes.
So. Just maybe talk about what school is
start.
like for you today.
Okay, so I'm partnered with Heather, who is from the UK, and she's absolutely incredible. And they try and partner you as well as they can as far as, like, compatibility and experience and just kind of, like, what the vibe they got from us, which our whole group is awesome, so it doesn't really matter. We're in Muglesa. It's like Mglusai. I'm pretty sure I've sort of said it right. So yesterday they kind of gave us a Swahili lesson and told us how to enter the school, like what the process was. So we went to the head teacher. Basically, long story short, we met all the teachers we'll be working with. There's 6 of them. One of the teachers spoke excellent English, so he was almost our tour guide all day. We went around with him all day. The respect they had for us, like he would be like, do you want to sit down? And, like, instantly a child would have a chair for us. And we'd sit down and we just kind of chatted. Things that were really shocking to me today was all the kids in a classroom. There's like 60 kids in a classroom, and they're sharing chairs. They're sitting on the floor. They're all just crammed in these little rooms with sand floors and, like, no windows. And then there's an iron, like, rod, with, like, a stick in the top, and a kid it's his job to, like, ring it every period. Here, I can hold it. And so he rings it every period, and when he rings it, then the kids get up and they switch or they do whatever they need to do. But what I found shocking was they brought their chairs with them. So when they got there in the morning and they, like, snagged a chair, it was like your top dog, you know, you get a chair for the day. So they would, like, the women would put the chairs on their head and carry them from class to class. The men just carried, I don't know, that's not important. But it was, like, I don't know, that's just a really small thing, but I was like, oh my gosh, like, we don't even think about chairs or having enough chairs. If we don't have enough chairs, we just go out and get another one from somewhere else. Like, so chairs were so important to them that they carried them with them. And then we had tea time with our teacher, and he asked the girl to go get the chair or the tea for us, and she was so worried about her chair that she set it next to us and, like, asked us to watch it for her while she went and got tea. So, I mean, obviously we saw a lot today. It was very overwhelming. Just kind of our brains are just like we're going to read tonight, like, as a group, just to kind of unwind. I don't want to make this super long, and I want Drew to get a time to talk, but I have so much to say, but that was kind of my day.
My experience was fairly similar. So we were in Sega, just like the gaming system, and it's kind of the top school. My partner is Laura, who is originally from Scotland and lives in Wales now. And she's also fantastic and very easy to work with and is great. So we went into Sega today. We got placed there, and we're in one of the school tomorrow. It's a secondary school. It's funded privately by some Americans. It's an all-girls school. It takes different people or different kids that from, like, foster care or orphans or maybe hard home lives, and they have, like, 3 on-site psychologists, and so it's a boarding school, so they stay overnight. And so today we met with the teachers we are going to be meeting with. We also had tea time, and we just were able to hang out, and we watched a few lessons as well. And Class sizes are only 30 maybe at the
Oh,
most.
that's good.
Yeah, so it's the top school. So when we have our conferences on the next few Saturdays, it'll be held there. So yeah, we're looking forward to being able to work in that school. The teachers were really, really welcoming and kind of wanted us to be in their classroom, so it was pretty cool. Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
kind of.
So from now, it's kind of on us to plan our schedules. So like Drew will be in a school tomorrow, but I actually have tomorrow off because our teachers have the strangest, like most random schedule. Like sometimes they're there, but they're not teaching, so they just like sleep in the courtyard. It's a very different and eye-opening thing. So like I'm off tomorrow, so we're just gonna plan all day for our big conference Saturday.
Sure.
Hopefully we'll get Wi-Fi so you guys can see this before we're home, but maybe you'll just be updated when we're home. Who knows? It is the most, like, you will have it so strong, and we'll be, like, up in our rooms, which is very far away from the Wi-Fi, and, like, last night I was laying in bed, like, scrolling through Instagram, and it was loading, and everything was fine, and then today you're, like, right next to the router, and it's, like, no internet, so, yeah, it's a growing experience.
Yes, it is.
We're having a great time. See you guys later.
Bye.